Harry's wife. I did not touch the ginger nuts. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. One of the disclosures from Spare was that Harry lost his virginity with an older woman in a field behind a pub, and it was treated like a stallion. Now, ordinarily, where somebody famous has got up to something, which isn't too bad, that potential suspects, in inverted commas, may well maintain a mysterious silence as to whether it was them that was the individual concerned. An enigmatic smile when asked by the press pack, "So, was it you, Liz?" Or individual raises an eyebrow to suggest it quite possibly would have been them, but then again, it might not have been, but I'm not saying something, leaving you to guess, because there is a degree of cachet and kudos at being associated with the rumour of having perhaps been involved in the act described. It's seen as somewhat cool to have the involvement with the individual that's being described, that the association is amusing, entertaining, yet the revelation about ginger bollocks has resulted in several women racing to come forward to distance themselves, as if to say, there is no way I would have been involved with Fanta pubes, not a chance. And this has been picked up by The Times in an article by Dominic Kennedy with the headline, "Prince Harry's virginity was not taken by me," say multiple women. Not going too well for Harry, is it? His penis was frozen, then he wet himself, and now a variety of women are going, "Fuck no, gosh, it wasn't me, don't suggest that. I don't want my television career to fall off a cliff. I don't want to be markled by proxy, by some association with that muppet." Since the revelation, the article reads in Spare, that Prince Harry lost his virginity on grassland behind a pub, royal watchers have been striving to identify the other person involved. Definitely ruled out is Susanna Harvey, 44, the former model who quashed weekend speculation by posting a picture of herself on Instagram holding a packet of ginger nuts. "The only ones I've ever touched," she wrote, "believe zero of what you read." Susanna Harvey, keen to distance herself from Fanta pubes there. Harry's account of his first sex appeared rather unchivalrous when it appeared in the translated Spanish edition of his memoir, accidentally released in Spain last week. The prince appeared to say, "I mounted her quickly, after which she spanked my ass and sent me away." Just a point of order there. It would be rather unusual for a Brit to make reference to ass. We say arse. Might have even said my behind or my bottom or my bum. But for to say ass, again, has the smell of an American being involved in this disclosure. Who might that be? An original English language version of the bug, seen by the Mail on Sunday, clarifies that he was being amusingly self-deprecating. He jokes that he was treated not unlike a young stallion. Quick ride. After which, she smacked my rump and sent me off to graze. Harry describes the woman as being older, but since he was only 17, this fails to rule out many of his friends and acquaintances. Harvey had previously admitted kissing Harry in a fervent embrace in a field at the Beaufort Hunt Christmas ball when he was 17 and she was 23. He handled me like a grown man. He grabbed me by the waist and pulled me into him. It felt like his hands were going around my whole waist. The kissing was full of passion, she once recalled. Harry is now 38. Harvey declined to speak to reporters at the weekend, telling them her boyfriend, presumably brunette or blonde, was in the SAS. Catherine O'Mahony, an interior designer who once featured on The Real Housewives of DC, has spoken in the past of having had a fling with Harry when she was 34 and he was 21. She denies it was her. It was clear he wasn't a virgin when we met, she told The Sun on Sunday. Quite how she understands that to be, I don't know. Maybe it was more than just a quick double thrust and dump. No, I'm definitely not that girl in the field, and nor would I do that. Virginity is very special, and to lose it to someone, whether you are royal or not, in a field is not romantic at all. I know for a fact he had a rendezvous with someone I know that is 10 years older than me, so if I'm a cougar, what is she? He clearly likes an older lady, I think that's safe to say. The actress, Liz Hurley, 57, has previously denied she was Prince Harry's first lover. Not me, not guilty, ha, she said last month. Harry again being mocked, and this time by people distancing themselves from being the one that caused him to have his cherry in that field behind the pub. Is there some support below the line for old Fantapubes? Is old Gingernuts going to have somebody ride to his rescue? Jupiter Jones, I thought I would also take the opportunity to confirm that it wasn't me either. A Rosenshine, the hunt is on for the older women who took Harry's virginity. What, there was more than one? Like everything with Harry, he obviously wasn't responsible for what ensued. Tom Clift, and there we have it. The Times has helpfully narrowed the field. 3 women down, only 3.9 billion left. Timothy Randall, I've spoken with the owners of the pub in the field. The publican wants a blue plaque. The farmer wants to know when he can have his prize, you back. Louise Richardson, I wonder what his wife thinks of this extremely unedifying description of the seductress and her stallion in the field, or his son and daughter when they are old enough to understand. In his determination to paint everything in his life in the ugliest light, Harry has produced the most ghastly book and interviews ever. He will never live this down, and all this bleating about still loving his family and wanting reconciliation is clearly fake and insincere. Frances Hayward responds his wife, or rather his handler, should be appalled if she had any decorum, but as she hasn't, one must assume she approves of all this muck. Or perhaps she's secretly enjoying seeing him become an international laughingstock. Indeed, that is what is the case. Will Wall, I'm surprised given his ultra-woke credentials he didn't claim it was a trans woman. Peter Murphy, ginger hair is normal in the monarchy. The DNA test might be very useful now for his next book. Just more ridicule, and of course, as always, the observation that is quite patently clear that his wife doesn't give a rat's ass about how idiotic her husband is looking, for reasons that I have expanded on many, many times. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.